Hey guys, Wesley here again, and today I'm going to show you, I like to bowl lather a lot, and in my videos I usually do a dry lather, and the whole reason that I do a dry lather is so that the person at home can follow along and get very nice slippery dense soap. But when I bowl lather, when I shave, it's a little bit more, there's a lot more lather. It takes longer, and I do use more water. So that's what I'm going to show you today. This is how I normally lather, aside from doing videos. Whole purpose of the video is user can start out dry the same way that I do, add drops of water, and go from there. Because each soap handles water differently, so I'd rather the user start dry and work their way up so that they can learn that soap, you know, to start with, and then change it as they need it. But today I'm going to use my Parker 100% Badger. It's one of my favorite brushes. The soap is Razor Rock Green Tea for sensitive skin. Really like the soap. I wish the smell was a little bit more, I guess, but it's great soap. So I'm going to start my lather. I'm also going to take a little bit longer on the lather. I want as much soap in here as I can possibly get, and this is a very huge brush, so it holds a lot of soap. When you're doing bowl lathers, I found that the bigger the brush, the faster and more lather you're going to get. But lathering the brush, I just start out dry like I normally do. Not sure if I'm going to add any water to this or not. But I'm going to push down, get it in the brush nice. And it just smells great. If you haven't tried it yet, try it. If you like Razor Rock products, I believe that you're going to really enjoy it. Okay, I think we have it loaded enough. Now I'm going to dump out. This is a lather bowl that I got off of Etsy. I love this bowl. It's from Doug Smith Pottery, and I'll put a link in the description. But I don't know if you can see it or not. I did leave a little bit of water in the bottom of it. Put some water in the sink to use. And now I'm just going to very lightly start my lather. Now I'm not going to push really hard, and I'm not going to lay off of the, I'm not going to barely touch it either. What I want to do is I want to stir the lather basically. When you first start out, you can give it a little bit of pressure, and then every once in a while you can really push down. But if you're pushing down the whole time, the lather is going to go up the bowl, and you're not really going to get a good lather that way. Because what you want to do is you want to work out all the air bubbles, and you want to mix it with the water at the same time to get your lather. I think we have a good base going there. So what I'm going to do now, instead of adding drops of water, I'm going to add a lot more. I don't know about a lot, maybe a teaspoon. And then I'm going to go back into my lather. And as you can see, I'm just kind of stirring the lather. And then I'll push down a little bit. Essentially you're just mixing it. Push it down some more. Now when you first add your water, you're going to see some air bubbles. But as you go, the air bubbles will start coming out, and you'll start getting that nice, dense soap. And when that happens, if you want to keep going, simply add more. Oops, missed the bowl out. Simply add more water. Now this does take a while. as you can see at the end of the video. And your arm does get a little bit tired, and I do have arthritis, so that's no fun either. And then I'll push down, let it climb, and I'll push it back down in there. And I'll keep going. I really only do this on the weekends. During the weekdays, it's I need a kind of a faster shave. And like I said, I like more of a thin, slippery lather than a lot of lather. I guess it's just personal preference. I know a few other people out there are the same as me, but you know, once a week on the weekends, I will do this and get, you know, a bunch of lather going on. Push down in. Now, if you're new to wet shaving, the best thing to do is get a soap that can handle water. Razor Rock is a great soap to basically practice with. And I have soaps that, you know, I've had for quite a while, and whenever I'm breaking in brushes, I'll use them. And I still have, you know, it's still full. You're not going to waste a lot of soap just practicing. And essentially that's how I learned. I just found the soap that handled water and went from there. Actually, the funny thing is, the soap that I learned to lather on was Arco, and that's when I realized that I liked the thinner lather. And then How to Grow a Mustache, Coconut Bay, was the one that I learned to make a lot of lather on. Add one more drops of water, and I think I'm going to call it quits. We're already getting a lot of lather, a lot of nice lather. There's some air bubbles. The more water that you add, the longer that you bowl lather, you are going to have a lighter soap or lather than if you use the technique that I do on my review bit videos. And I think that's why I like a thinner lather. It's just the weight behind it and the density. Okay, this would be enough for me for sure. So let's check out what we have in the brush. Right up front you can tell that it's just very slippery. There's still a lot in the brush. And there's a little bit of air bubbles, nothing major. It's not going to hurt. Don't know if you can see that or not. But there's a little bit of bubbles in it, and it's nothing major. When you paint on your face, most of those air bubbles are going to come out. But let's see what we have in the bowl. And like I said, you can keep going. Essentially, you can fill the bowl. But the more water you add, the lighter it's going to be. As you can see, it's just insanely peaky, very dense, very heavy. It's not as heavy as it would be if you did a dry lather, but it's still very nice. And you can do this with most soaps. I do it with Magard razors, Orange Menthol, Ginger's Garden, How to Grow a Mustache, Razor Rock, of course. So I mean, I do this with pretty much all the soap that I have. But it's an awesome lather. Actually, me playing with it, putting more air bubbles back in it, but it's an awesome lather. Very nice, dense, and just peaky. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it helps you out if thinking about switching from face lathering or just starting out wet shaving. If you have any questions, feel free to comment on this video. Thank you very much.